Hello, my lovely pupils. I'm jiiimaherie, and welcome to the first ever episode of Jiji's College Dropout Film School. Today, we're going to be talking about center framing. Now, yes, I do want to get it out of the way that I do have a shitty earbud microphone. Don't judge me. This is what we're working with for right now. So, we're just starting it. We'll figure it out. Now, to explain what center framing is, we have to at least establish what the rule of thirds is. The rule of third basically is what you can see on almost any camera. Essentially, it looks like a giant hashtag across the screen. And basically what happens is that you would probably, if you were shooting on this, for example, usually they would want the subject to be in like the corner, like they would be like right here or right here. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, this is how normally people would shoot it if they're doing like a cinematography thing, something like that. Now, for center framing, essentially what happens for center framing is when you have the subject in the center of the screen. Essentially, the point is to have the subject in the center of the screen so that your audience's eyes don't have to shift focus when you change it to a different shot. It's designed to immerse the audience into whatever world that you have, either your picture or your film. A great example of this would be the Mad Max Fury Road movie that came out in 2015 starring Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy. Now, if any of you guys have ever seen that movie, you know that it's very fucking chaotic. There's a lot of action going on. But basically, center frame is used in almost every single shot of that movie, basically, so that even between crazy cuts and stuff, you're still looking at the center of the screen, so you can always, have your eye directly on the action, regardless of where it's looking. That movie is fucking stunning, by the way. It's like, every shot of that is like beautiful. Center framing makes that entire movie more thrilling and more engaging to watch as you watch it. I don't know why I said that. That was very fucking redundant. Another example of somebody who does this flawlessly, like one of the best things that I've ever seen, like every single movie that this person has ever done, Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson is just chef's kiss. It's beautiful. If you've ever seen any of his movies, they're like perfect paintings. It essentially evokes like a whimsical feel to every single thing that he does, and he kind of refers to it as like his handwriting, like it's his signature thing that is his. His style also is like completely symmetrical in comparison to the Mad Max Fury Road. Essentially, it's like, it looks like you could fold the screen almost in half and it would be like completely identical, essentially. Another example of this that I would say is absolutely fantastic is Stanley fucking Kubrick. Stanley basically is known for center framing in a lot of his stuff. He's also known for a one-point perspective, which essentially has all of the lines going towards one point in the room, usually in the center. So that also contributes to it. His is usually more unsettling, like it's not as whimsical, or like it's very disturbing in comparison to like Wes Anderson, but it makes you feel very deeply uncomfortable. If you've ever seen like the elevator in The Shining, that is like a perfect example of that. Or honestly, any scene in The Shining, it all uses that, and it feels very uncomfortable to watch, honestly. But it's amazing. He's obviously like one of the greatest directors ever. So it's just terrifying. Like everything, it's like a mathematical concept. Like it is very symmetrical, but it's just fucking terrifying. Like his specific style of it, obviously, but it obviously goes back to the greater point of center framing can help you like heighten any sort of emotion in what you film. In conclusion, the use of center framing in any story can contribute to any kind of emotion that the audience is meant to feel and heighten any sort of like feeling that is meant to be portrayed. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, and of course, it obviously helps when you have amazing directors behind the scene of it, but that is a good fucking technique. Like, I encourage you all, if you're a filmmaker, I encourage you to try it, see how it looks, because it does heighten anything that you are trying to portray. Leave in the comments what's your favorite example of center framing. Subscribe. Nice to meet you all. This is my first ever video, so maybe leave a like if you can, and bye bye. Whoop.